Hey, what's up everybody? I need to come up with a name for this video, or potentially video series, as I think it's gonna come out, but essentially I had this idea. It was actually an idea from Sid in my Discord, who's also a moderator in my chat, who said, hey, you should put out a YouTube video where you just answer commonly asked questions. Or any questions that people may have for you. Essentially an AMA type video. And I thought, well, that's a bloody good idea. So this is going to be the first of hopefully many where I'm able to just answer some of your questions. Originally, I had the questions filtered in from Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, I'll put a link to Discord in the comments, or excuse me, in the description. But essentially, I just wanted to put out a video where I'm able to answer some of the questions that you guys may have at home about VCT or casting or broadcasts or really anything in between. So we're only going to tackle 5 or 6 or so today. But yeah, let's get into it. Very first question is coming in from Jack. Jackerless, give us a memory of your most scuffed casting environment and how you powered through it. There were 2 that came to mind, actually, that unfortunately were pretty similar. They were not Valorant related. They were a long time ago. So I'll probably give both answers here. The first one is I was casting, I don't even remember what the game was. It may have been Call of Duty. Or League of Legends. I don't remember. I'm gonna admit, I don't remember the game. I want to say it was Call of Duty, but anyway, it was the finals. It was a LAN in Minneapolis. So there's a crowd. It was finals. Blah blah blah. It goes all the way to Game 5, and my co-caster has to leave because his flight is happening. So it just so happened that everything ran really late. Surprise broadcast. Everything ran really late, and we had to. Everything got pushed back, so the finals were going on when the guy had to leave for his flight. So mid or right before the very last map, he has to go, and I'm just solo casting the entire time. And it was pretty, I mean, solo casting sucks, right? Solo casting is truly miserable. But we powered through it, and we got it done. And this is pretty similar. I got invited out to Vegas one time to cast a game that had not been released yet. And so they have us out at the esports arena. The venue looks really cool, and everything is set up, and it's awesome. And I get there, and I'm starting to ask questions about the game. Or so I'd primarily been thinking about the game and, you know, the abilities and characters and all that stuff. And I get out there, and while I'm out there, I realize that there is no co-caster. No co-caster at all. Just me. And so they go, all right, go cast. So I go up there, and fortunately, I found out afterwards. Well, I found out while I was there, this was primarily just going to be cut for video, right? So they could cut it up, and it's not a big deal. But it was just solo casting over this game where there was no production in my ear. There was nothing. It really did feel like I was drowning. Truly, probably the most miserable experience ever. Because we did it for such an extended period of time. But yeah, those are probably my 2 worst or most scuffed or chalked casting experiences. Next question comes from Emma. Do you have any say in the matchups that you and Bala get to cast, or is it strictly a Riot decision? That's a really good question. We do not. Let me say that differently. Generally speaking, rare exceptions notwithstanding, we do not get any say on what match we cast. So generally, we get the schedule depending on what event we're working. Sometimes you get the schedule a day or 2 before. Sometimes you get it notably further out, where we find out which match we're casting, what teams we're casting, and all of that is subject to change generally, but by and large, it is a Riot decision. We just get told, hey, this is a match we're casting. This is what you have to prep for, things like that. Question number 3. This is from Board Biologist, BBG. Do you get to pick your own outfits? No. Well, no. We get some say, but we have 2, especially on global events. I'll admit I haven't met the domestics wardrobe team, but I'm sure they're going to be exceptional. But globally, we have a team of wonderfully talented wardrobe designers who put everything together for us. And again, we have some say on like, this doesn't really fit, I don't really like this, but by and large, all of the fire outfits that you see on the broadcasts are all because of Mina and Christina. I'll put their Twitter in the lower third after I edit this. Go follow them on Twitter, follow them on Instagram. They've also been putting out a ton of really dope behind the scenes content that you may have seen while in Brazil, but they are our designers. They are the ones who make us look as good as we do on camera. Next question, what do you do, if anything, this is also from BBG, what do you do, if anything, to get ready to cast right before you go live? Last minute review, notes, listen to some music? Yeah, that's a really good question as well, and I imagine it is different for every person. For me, I listen to music a lot. The time before a cast, starting as early as soon as I get up, I'm listening to music to really just kind of get my head in a creative space with what I can do with words and things of that nature. And so that's normally my trip into the venue. And then at the venue, we're normally talking notes and storylines and things like that. And then if I still have a little bit more time before going live, I'll take AirPods up to the casting desk right before we go live, and I'll listen to a little bit more music. But music is such a key part of how I like to prepare for a cast. All right, this is from Zakel. What's the best part of working with Bala TW? I don't think I have enough time to answer all these questions, but it's probably just a smile. He's such an outrageously handsome son of a gun. Just look at him. Just look at him. It's got to be a smile. He's a good-looking cat. Question number 2. This is also from Zakel. If there was a Valorant cast or show match during a future event, who would be the top people you'd want on your team, and what role would you want them to play? That is also Bala. Bala's like, if you guys haven't seen his streams, Bala is unironically cracked at the game. He's genuinely, I'm not just saying this because it's Bala. He's genuinely very good at the game. He's a ton of fun to watch. His fundies are exceptional. It's Bala. Yeah, I would take Bala over any really other talent. And I think that's 5 questions. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's technically 6. Okay. That's going to do it for the very first FAQ video. If you have questions, the best way to get them answered is to drop them in the comments. Drop them in the comments below. On the next iteration, I will get to them, and we'll continue to pump this stuff out as long as you guys have questions for me. And then additionally, if you have any good suggestions for what to name these videos, VCT FAQ, VCT AMA, I don't know, something, let me know. Drop that in the comments below, and I'll pick the best one. See you guys next time.